Starting off our South Bay Vietnamese food tour with Pho Ha Noi. Please forgive me as I'll probably be mispronouncing many dish names.
It's a historical
Yep,
restaurant.
it is.
This was our friend's first time here, and she decided on the pho with flank and meatballs.
Really good.
The beef broth had a lot of depth and is super flavorful from hours of cooking. We love getting the fresh noodles here. The meat is thin and tender, and I love how much green onions they put in. I usually get the pho ga or chicken pho, but today I wanted to try the tamarind prawns with garlic noodles. I know I'm not properly holding my chopsticks, but I've been holding them like this since I was little. I promise you, it works. I like the flavor of the garlic noodles, but wish they used egg noodles instead of spaghetti. The shrimp was so juicy. The tamarind gave the perfect tang and sweetness. Hard to eat when holding a baby though. Paul got the Bambu boko, which is a beef stew. It has slow-cooked beef ribs, tendon, and carrots, and it's served with a warm baguette. The baguette was so crispy on the outside and soft on the inside.
Wow.
Just rip a piece of the bread and dip it into the stew. Perfect vessel to soak in all the deep flavors. We still haven't found a balmy place with this kind of bread. If you recommend a place, please share in the comments. Lastly, we had chicken egg rolls, which were delicious. A bit oily, but wrap it in lettuce and dip it in their vinegar fish sauce, and it cuts the oil perfectly. Now we are grabbing lunch at Hui with our friend Min. This is his go-to place and it's pretty popular. Luckily, there's no wait yet. We always get bambu with our friend Min. Bambu is ground shrimp over rice cakes. You just pour sauce into the small individual dish, scoop all the goodness, and slurp it up. We tend to forget about this dish when we aren't with our friend, but it's always so good when we get it. I can eat several of these, but 2 will do today. Paul and Min both got the bumbo way. The broth is so robust and flavorful. I actually tend to prefer it over pho. I love the spices and the noodles. But I'm basic, I only like the more common pieces of beef. Paul, on the other hand, enjoys all the other meat parts and also likes the blood cubes. I got the chicken beef today, which is stir-fried filet mignon with veggies and is served with their tomato rice. It was my first time getting it here, and I would definitely get it again. The meat was so tender and flavorful. The tomato rice kind of looks like chamoy red rice I grew up with in Guam, but it's less flavorful. It's a hot day and we want something cold and refreshing. This is Bambu. There are several locations in the Bay Area, and it was founded in San Jose by 4 Vietnamese sisters. Their dessert drinks are very popular here. They do serve other things, but I haven't tried them yet. My favorite dessert drink here is the fruit addict. It's so colorful. It reminds me of Filipino halo-halo without the ube ice cream. I love how they put so much fruit. I was really struggling with the coconut. Look at all of this. It has lychee, logan, jackfruit, palm seed, vegan jello, red tapioca, pandan jelly, coconut and coconut milk with the shaved ice. My favorite is this little jelly cube. I think it's pandan, but I'm not quite sure. So good. Next is Lacaphe. We were doing errands and I randomly found this cute Vietnamese cafe nearby. According to their sign in their cafe, Lacaphe is a play on two Vietnamese words, Lacaphe and cafe. The phrase Lacaphe refers to wandering about with no clear purpose, and cafe simply means coffee. So instead of Lacapheing alone, let's Lacaphe together. They have a pretty unique menu with a modern take of Vietnamese drinks. We ordered the lotus milk tea, which comes with crystal boba and the cocofreeze. They look so beautiful. The air conditioning muffled our thoughts, so another voice over instead. I've never had lotus milk tea before. It had a unique, subtle, floral taste. It was very mellow with a hint of sweetness, which I enjoyed. Paul, on the other hand, thought it was okay. Have you ever seen what an entire lotus plant looks like? You should look it up. It's pretty cool. We both enjoyed the cocofreeze, which was coconut coffee blended with toasted coconut flakes. This was so good. I loved how it was refreshingly cold, creamy, but with a warm, toasty flavor. I liked it more than the lotus milk tea. I actually don't care for regular boba, but sometimes I like crystal boba. If I was in the area, I would stop by again to get the cocofreeze or maybe try their other items, like the ube egg coffee. Our friends introduced us to this restaurant, Xeo Ngon. I was first introduced to the dish bánh xèo, or Vietnamese pancake, back in graduate school, and it's been a favorite since. It's pretty busy today, and I think pretty much everyone got bánh xèo. But they do have other items here. There are several filling combinations you can choose from. What protein to choose? Didn't know they had drinks here too. Paul just pointed to this drink on the menu to try. No description. It was too green tasting for him. He was not a fan. But I tend to like green juices. I searched after what was in it, and it turns out this had pennywort juice and coconut. They are so generous with the veggies and herbs here. Here they are! Fresh and hot bánh xèos. Paul got beef and shrimp. Mine has chicken and pork. So basically you rip a piece off with the fillings, place it in your lettuce, add herbs of choice, roll it tight, and dip it into the sauce. I like putting basil in mine, and I like lots and lots of sauce. It feels so light and refreshing even though the crepe is fried. It's also a good way to get all your veggies in. It's always so fun making food with your hands. I think the filling contents could be better, but it's a pancake that they make really well here. It's perfectly crispy and flavorful. There's so many other Vietnamese restaurants recommended by friends, and even a few restaurant and drink places we've never been to are right next to this restaurant. I hope one day I can actually visit Vietnam and experience what life is like there and see how food tastes. I'm sure it's going to be so good. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.